Was the government getting into a twist over an article written in the Washington Post that calls the Prime Minister a tragic figure? Now, the article says that the Indian Prime Minister, the shy, soft-spoken 79-year-old, is in danger of going down in history as a failure. His image is one of a dithering, ineffectual bureaucrat presiding over a deeply corrupt government. And the story of Singh's dramatic fall from grace in his second term in office and the slow but steady tarnishing of his reputation has played out in parallel with his country's decline on his watch. Now, that article, published in the Washington Post, evoked a very strong reaction from Information and Broadcasting Minister Ambika Soni, who said she plans to take it up with the Ministry of External Affairs.
मैं इस वक्तव्य को पूरी तरह पढ़ूंगी और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स और सरकार के दूसरे महकमों के साथ मिलकर जरूर करूंगी। अब वॉशिंगटन पोस्ट ने अगर इस तरह का वक्तव्य हमारे प्रधानमंत्री के बारे में लिखा है तो आप यकीन रखिए कि सख्त तरीके से मैं इसका विरोध करूंगा।
देखिए, ये बात तो सही है कि तेरे भ्रष्टाचार के चर्चे हर जबान पर सबको मालूम है, सबको खबर हो गई। तो अब तो सबको, पूरी दुनिया को खबर हो गई है कि ये भ्रष्टाचार का सिंहासन कितना डोल रहा है और कितना बोल रहा है। जहां तक सवाल है, मनमोहन सिंह जी की एक ईमानदारी की छवि पूरी दुनिया में थी। एक अच्छे ईमानदार व्यक्ति थे, एक अच्छे अर्थशास्त्री के रूप में माने जाते थे, लेकिन उस ईमानदार व्यक्ति की छवि इतनी बुरी तरह से डिमोलिश होगी, इसका एहसास हम सबको भी नहीं था।
Mr. Manishankar Iyer, why should we get so bothered by a story in a foreign publication?
I completely agree with you.
You think Ambika Soni
I will
overreacted?
defend to the death the Washington Post's right to be wrong. And if they think that this kind of rubbish that has been written in the Washington Post constitutes journalism in the tradition of Bernstein and Woodward, why should I try and disillusion them on that? The fact of the matter is, and we've just heard it, that Ambika Soni said that she will take up with the Ministry of External Affairs. It's not the government. It's Ambika Soni as Minister of Information and Broadcasting who is going to be discussing with the Ministry of External Affairs what action, if any, needs to be taken.
But it baffles me. But why? Why should you get so upset about it? What is the action you can take?
When you say you, I just told you I'm not upset about it. But if the Minister of Information and Broadcasting is upset about it, she's not saying she's taking any unilateral action. She says she'll discuss it with the Ministry of External Affairs.
But why? It's absurd to even go to the MEA.
No, I'm sorry.
Why?
I speak now as a former official spokesman of the Ministry of External Affairs. When it is the job of the XP division to see what is coming out in the foreign press, whether it is favorable to our policies or unfavorable. And if it's unfavorable, to then work out an appropriate strategy, which generally does not involve the foreign government, to see how we can counter it. I have had to deal with a number of extremely unfavorable stories in the foreign press, including when I was in Pakistan. And I regarded it as my duty then to go and meet the editor or go and meet the correspondent and explain to him why I thought he was right or wrong. I would imagine that the action, if any, that will be taken would be for our press attaché in Washington to have a word with the Washington Post.
Why?
As to, no, but this is standard for any press attaché anywhere in the world. I mean, if you'd been a press attaché, wouldn't it be your job to meet with hostile reporting and try and get them to put it into perspective? It's standard. I'm sure there are embassies in Delhi who come to you, and if they don't, then I'm afraid their competence is to be questioned.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.